But I want to talk to you today about one of the newest, most innovative products from Garland, now that I think about it, in the industry. Up till now, we know that a 36-inch charbroiler is one of the most energy-consuming pieces of equipment in any kitchen. You can take a 6-burner range at 236,000 BTUs and a 3-foot charbroiler at 100,000 BTUs, 130,000 BTUs, and the charbroiler will use more energy. And that's because with most charbroilers, you come in, you turn them on, and you leave them run all day. As well, when you get into a range, a stove, 6 burners, you turn it on and off as you need it. So we at Garland Well-Built wanted to come up with a way to make that more energy efficient. Cost of ownership, cost of running your restaurant is so expensive. So what we're trying to do is how do we lower your energy costs? So we're introducing the Garland XHP Broiler. What we did was we took technology of 3 components, put them together, and we're able to achieve the same cooking temperature of 600, 700 degrees on a broiler, not at 140,000, not at 110,000 B, not at 100,000 BTUs. We can achieve those temperatures in a 36-inch broiler at 54,000 BTUs. That breaks down to 27,000 BTUs on each side. And you're saying, how is that possible? So our technology here, we incorporate 3 things. We incorporate a power burner, a blower, and a ceramic base. The ceramic base absorbs heat, and it throws it back into the cooking vessel or your product. The power burner produces a sharp flame, and when you incorporate any kind of air or wind on the burner, it makes it stronger. Think of it like a forest fire. What fuels a forest fire? It's the winds, the Santa Ana winds make them hotter. So looking at the unit, this is your basic unit. Comes with a warming rack, stainless steel that's easily removable if you don't want to use it. It comes with some utensils like a grate lifter and a grate cleaner that's actually made for the top grates. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the components work. So as I take these off, and I'll put them up there. Now this side we've had on for well over an hour. And this side's also, for demo purposes, I can show you how it works. But as I take these off and put them up here, you notice I grabbed those and they weren't even hot because we have a center divider. But if you look in close up to the inside of the unit, you'll see there's a power burner, your ceramic base, and a spark igniter, and in each corner there's a port. What that does is it circulates air around your flame, and you may be able to see on the hot side the flame actually circulating within it. So what we're doing is we're causing a vortex effect on a broiler. Maintenance is so easy. There's no greasy pans to take out. There's no dangerous grease-laden pans that you got to walk across the kitchen with. As the burners, since it gets so hot, as any residue falls to the bottom, and this heat sink on the bottom is so hot, it turns to ash. That's it. It turns to ash. So at the end of the day, all they have to do is come in, turn it off, which I'll explain in a minute, turn it off, wait till the next morning, lift off the grates, either sweep it out or vacuum it out. I'm going to just ask Chef just for a quick demo. I'm going to have a chef come in and just throw a piece of some product on a hot side. Because of the vortex design, you're getting even heat, but the main thing is you're not getting any flavor transfer. So as you see here on the close-up, he's doing some salmon, he's doing a couple of nice steaks, he's going to do, looks like some pork chops, and some zucchini or squash. Again, because of the blower inside the unit, if you notice, we're not going to get flare-up. As any kind of flare-up will quickly dissipate because of the blower. And because of that vortex design being made by the blowers, it's actually blowing the flavor around so you're not getting cross-flavoring or flavor transfer. We'll leave these on for a second or two. I just want to do a demo. We'll just take off showing they get nice sear marks. as I said, this is 54,000 BTUs. He's cooking at 27,000 BTUs, and to be honest, it's not even 27,000 BTUs because he only has this on like level 3. So right now we're doing all this food at probably about 18,000 BTUs. Talk about saving money. How does that transfer into your wallet? Normally that would be money going up through your exhaust hood. But now doing it at such low BTUs, achieving the same goal, and to stand here, it's so cool. There's no heat being thrown onto your cook. I can put my hand right here, in here, and with this heat barrier, I can set them at different temperatures. If I want this on full high, I want this on low, it's not going to transfer the heat. And again, your heat sink base is going to go up to about well over 800 degrees. Anything that hits it is going to turn to ash. So once you cover this fully in product, you're now capturing a blanket of heat underneath that grate, which is going to accelerate your cooking, less flavor transfer, and less flare up. When I say less flare up, you're always going to have a little flare up, but what you're not going to get is where you're going to have chicken that's going to get black and oil residue on it, because as soon as that grease hits the ceramic base, it's just going to turn to ash. I'm not sure when if we want to flip these, how long we want to keep them up there, but I'll keep them a little bit longer. So looking at the unit, it's a very clean European design that actually lines up with our traditional Garland GT series. And to turn this equipment on, super, super easy. Flick a switch, and if you zoom in, you'll see the little igniter start kicking on. You hear the igniter kicking on, and then the flame will kick on. And there's your flame. So now if I turn this up, I turn that all the way, we're at only 54,000 BTUs versus a traditional 130,000 BTU unit. I'm going to just turn this off for the sake of the video. The other great thing I like about this is the cleanability. As I mentioned earlier, at the end of the day, all we have to do is let it cool down. Come in with a shop vac, come in with a vacuum, anything we want to go in there, clean it, vacuum it out, easy and clean. We only have a 36-inch footprint, but if you go to the Garland website, there is a saving calculator on there. You can put the 54,000 BTUs in there versus other, and you'll see how much you can save moving to the Garland XHP Broiler. Chef's going to step in. This is Chef Sean that's going to
come in. We're going to give it a little quarter turn here. Let it roll. You can see it's got a nice release on all the product.
Now, as you see, he's touching the product, but we're not getting consistent flare-up. Flare-up will ruin your product. It'll coat it in an oily residue. It'll give a flavor transfer. It'll be sent back to the kitchen. So because, again, of that vortex design blowing around the air around that product and a blanket of heat under it, you've eliminated any chance of extended flare-up. Of course, you're going to get a second of flare-up, which can, be good at times, but you don't want excessive flare-up. It's a countertop unit. Right now, everything is, all the models are on countertops. You cannot get a range base under it, so figure in the future that if you want it, it's got to go countertop. 110 volt, natural oil propane, super easy to use. Turn it on, turn it off, that's it. The only real maintenance we recommend occasionally, maybe once every, 2 months, 3 months, when they vacuum it out, the little igniter down on the side, maybe take some carbon paper, clean it off. Just get any carbon buildup. This is normal maintenance. I mean, the problem with our industry is that we buy a car, we run to get the oil changed every 3,000 miles. We get the antifreeze changed, but no one wants to do maintenance on your cooking equipment. Take my advice. Take a ball, take a little carbon paper, clean that little igniter off. It's going to last for years. Clean it up, and you're good to go. I'm going to ask Chef to just take these off, flip them over real quick, and maybe put them on a tray just to show the sear mark.
So there you go.
talk about a beautifully cooked piece of meat. You don't want these returned because they're overcooked, they're greasy. There's no oil from the salmon, which is a pretty high oil content product, if I'm not mistaken, affecting the pork chop or affecting the steak. So, again, on the XHP broiler, you have 36 inches, 54,000 BTUs, two sides, each one that's 27,000 BTUs. The Vortex System gives a very even bake. The couple Vortex System with the power burner with the ceramic base is the perfect combination to achieve those maximum broiling temperature. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer over to our heavy duty line, so maybe the chef can just take these off and put them on a pan for me. Let me just see if there's any questions. Before I go over, I just got a question. How much do we think realistically it can save in energy saving? We believe that on the XHP broiler, we'll probably save a minimum of 50% at 54,000 BTUs. Now I'm going to turn the unit off. Unit's off. You can go home, lock your door, worry about it tomorrow. Again, simple on and off. It comes with a brush to clean. That's it. Good to go. It's easy on, easy off, easy to maintain, saves you a lot of money, and you'll make it up. Your ROI will be made up in no time. So, to see if anything else is coming in. We did have one more question. Is there any recovery between the loads of product? No. Because of the blower system, because of the Vortex, because of the cast iron grates, there is no recovery needed. So you can take product off, put another piece on it. And as I said, you can put a piece of salmon where you just had steak, you're not going to get flavor transfer. So it's the perfect broiler for any product you have out there. People say that unit tastes, does it taste better coming off this broiler? Again, I just want to reiterate that because there's no flavor transfer, you're not going to have any flavor transfer, is not going to lose any flavor. You're not going to sacrifice any of your product. And the last question that came in before I transfer over to this is, why does it have a grease straw? Again, I went through it. Just lift the grates off, go in here, scrape it up, vacuum, put the grates back on, you're good to go.